your Local 2 forecast first. Sponsored by Benny Boyd Andrews.
Good evening, I'm Chief Forecaster Horace Brown. We had a very warm start to fall, but that's okay. Things are going to change. Temperatures in the 90s today. We'll see it again tomorrow before the cool down, but it is on the way. It is in our forecast future. We will cool down into the 70s by midnight, 60s in the morning, 85 by noon. One more day, then it gets cooler. Local 2 News starts now.
Children depend on donations from the community. It's not exposing anything bad. At some point, everyone needs help.
A middle school assignment highlights a real problem affecting thousands of children in the basin: hunger. Also, ATMs designed to stay put, but that doesn't stop a pair of criminals from trying the impossible. Their failed attempts caught on camera. And food fees burning a hole in the pockets of some food truck owners in Big Spring. Why relief could be on the way. Straight ahead.
Live from Midland, Odessa, and Big Spring, we're Basin Trusted, Basin Proud. This is Local 2 News at 10 in HD.
Good evening, I'm Stephanie Sobek. It's great to have you with us for Local 2 News at 10. And we start tonight with breaking news out of Odessa. Police confirming that one person has been shot at a local restaurant. We're told it happened here at the Long John Silver's restaurant on A Street in Odessa. Police say one person was shot and then transported to Odessa Regional Medical Center with non-life-threatening injuries. Be sure to check yourbasin.com for an update on the shooting. New at 10 tonight, what I wish the teacher knew. It's a viral Facebook class activity used by an Odessa teacher who asked the class to take out a piece of paper and write a response. One student redefining the purpose of the assignment. Local 2's Jenna Sands joins us live in the studio tonight with what the student said. Jenna?
Stephanie, an Odessa middle schooler wrote, quote, "I don't have drinks at my home, so can I have some?" And this is a snapshot of the student's response posted on the Education Foundation of Odessa's Facebook page. Now, bringing awareness to the harsh reality of hunger in West Texas.
Note said, "I don't have drinks at my home, so can I have some milk for my mom, me, and my twin brothers, and 2 more, please?" So it's just heartbreaking.
A classroom activity highlighting the needs of one 12-year-old student.
And I said, what would you like your teacher to know? And just write it on a piece of paper. And
6th grade math teacher Laura Pinwell looking to get to know her students better when she read this.
like someone squeezing your stomach. Like absolute heartbreak, because that's not their fault.
A reverent plea for help.
I said, okay, I'm going to fix this.
Miss Penny, a 15-year Air Force veteran, now middle school teacher, went from serving our country to serving a student after reading the 12-year-old's answer.
These children depend on donations from the community. It's not exposing anything bad. At some point, everyone needs help. People need to know that there's help out there.
Tina Corbett with the West Texas Food Bank says 27,000 Basin kids qualify for free and reduced lunch.
It's not just that they want an extra snack or an extra cookie. They're hungry for food.
Meaning empty seats in a classroom could mean there's a child with an empty belly. After receiving permission from the principal, Miss Penny gave the child some milk and some fruit to take home. Now, the West Texas Food Bank's Food to Kids program is a weekend take-home meal program that feeds 2,000 elementary kids right here in the Basin. And Miss Penny and Bonham Middle School are now working to expand the program to include middle schoolers. Live in the studio, Jenna Sands, Local 2 News.
All right, Jenna, thanks for that. Speaking of food, as many as 48 million people go hungry every day here in America. But one Texas group is working to change that. Hunger Free Texans travels across the state, spreading their message of food nutrition, building healthier communities, and providing for those in need. Today, the group stopped in Odessa to meet with West Texas health officials about just how bad the hunger problem is across the state.
In Texas, it's a very big problem. In West Texas, it's also a very big problem. We have children, we have seniors, we have families in general that are just trying to make ends meet.
Hunger Free Texans is the largest educator of food insecurity information in the Lone Star State. We're told they educate more than 1,200 organizations every year. After filling a vacant band director spot, Marfa ISD could soon be on the hunt for a new superintendent. The current super, Andrew Peters, has been offered a new position at Caldwell ISD, according to the district. We're told Peters was offered the position this afternoon. However, nothing is official just yet, as the school board has to approve his resignation. An investigation launched at Big Spring ISD this after police looking into a district employee possibly acting improperly towards a student. Local 2 News first learned of this after a parent made a Facebook post saying the incident happened at Moss Elementary. The superintendent has not confirmed the location, but did acknowledge a situation is being investigated at a Big Spring Elementary school, saying, quote, "That's certainly the case with recent reports about a situation at one of our campuses. The Big Spring ISD is dedicated to the welfare of our students and staff. We will swiftly act to do whatever is necessary to maintain the safety of everyone involved." In your Crime Watch tonight, OPD on the hunt for suspects responsible in a string of overnight ATM burglaries. You're looking at surveillance video of Uncle's convenience store. Police say a pair of West Texas state banks were also hit by these thieves, one on West University and the other on Grandview. But these crooks finding out the hard way that these safes are tough to crack. Local 2's Tyler Wessner joins us live from the control room now with more. Tyler?
Stephanie, I caught up with the master locksmith at Gatto Lock and Key in Odessa today, who tells me that ATMs are built in a way that makes them almost impossible to steal. This surveillance video shows what appears to be 2 crooks trying to steal the ATM from inside the Uncle's convenience store at the corner of Grandview and Interstate 20 in Odessa.
They were very stupid because they tried with a chain and it was not successful. It kind of busted on them. So they came back and tried to hook up the chain, and the second time it wasn't successful either.
Uncle's store manager Raquel Flores says this isn't the first time her store has been broken into.
It was a scary reaction because it had happened before. They busted that window over there. That's what I thought in the very beginning happened again.
When it comes to ATMs like the one in Uncle's, master locksmith Jason Stewart at Gatto Lock and Key in Odessa tells me they're built so securely that it's almost impossible to steal them.
They anchor them to the concrete with real heavy bolts. They have shake monitors, like a jukebox, have a tilt monitor on them that sets off alarms.
Stewart says that's not the only safety measure put into place to make sure ATMs don't budge, even a smidge.
They do have internal hard plates, glass relockers that protect the bolts from coming open if anything's tampered with.
When told the suspects at Uncle's tried to take the ATM with a chain tied to the back of a truck, Stewart tells me there's no way that worked.
We just happen to have some people that think it's going to be easy. They're going to find out it's not as easy as what they're thinking. They can try. It's going to take a lot more than a pickup and a chain to get them loose.
Now, Flores says her convenience store will open back up again tomorrow morning. Live in the control room, Tyler Wessner, Local 2 News.
All right, Tyler, thanks for that. If you'd like to see that surveillance video once again, head to our website, yourbasin.com. It is posted there. An Andrews car dealership goes up in flames, and the investigation reveals arson. An update on the man arrested for the crime. Florentino Torres has been indicted for arson, according to the Andrews County District Clerk's Office. The fire destroyed most of the Benny Boyd car dealership in Andrews on May 21st. The Ector County Hospital District Board recently proposed a tax hike. If the new rate is approved, property owners in the county will pay an additional 36%. We're told the spike would make up for the lost dollars during the downturn. Dozens of taxpayers speaking out against the proposal at a public meeting, and the lawmakers listened.
I have decided myself that I think it is best to just go back to the effective tax rate, which is about 0.08, and basically having no tax increase there at all.
The board will vote next Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. in Medical Center Hospital boardroom. The public is welcomed. And here's a breakdown of how the increase would affect you. You would pay just under $10 for every $100 your property is worth. For example, if your property is worth $240,000, the new tax rate would raise your taxes by $54, or about $4.50 every month. In Big Spring, food truck owners forced to fork over hundreds of dollars each year, all because they say there's no ordinance for their mobile restaurants. Some of the owners we spoke with say they get charged a $50 operation fee every 10 days.
It was just eating us up, the profits on it. So We hung in there for 2 months paying that. And we abided by all the rules. We did not open up after 6 o'clock. We did not open up on Sundays.
In the past few months, we have put a lot of money in the business trying to get started. And it just keeps adding up and adding up. We're not, we hadn't made a penny on it.
No, nothing yet.
Big Springs Police Chief Chad Williams says the city's legal team is drafting a food truck ordinance to present to City Council on September 27th. He says the $50 fee could be lowered or eliminated completely. We are your local election headquarters. State Senator Kel Seliger continuing his town hall tour, and today he stopped by Odessa. The senator and his team were in Ector County Town Hall to field questions from the district he serves. We caught up with him to see who he'll be voting for this election after declining to endorse a candidate.
I haven't, and the reason I haven't is because the response is so obvious. I have always voted for the Republican nominee. And what's changed in that respect for people like me? Nothing.
Today was the last day of the senator's town hall tour. Now he will prepare for the 85th Texas legislature, which convenes in January. Governor Abbott is threatening to pull Texas from the federal refugee resettlement program. That is, if President Obama does not meet the state's list of security demands by next Friday, Texas will withdraw from the program. According to the Department of the state's Refugee Processing Center, the U.S. admitted around 80,000 refugees in the past year, and Texas took in more refugees than any other state in the nation, about 6,700 people as of last week.
Syrian populations who are fleeing Syria are escaping ISIS. So now we're doing what ISIS wants, and we are closing the doors in their faces also.
The Interfaith Action of Central Texas already canceled one of its classes for refugees since Governor Abbott sent his demands to Washington Wednesday. The state does not have the authority to keep refugees out of Texas or stop the federal program. One lucky West Texan could land a recording contract in Nashville, Tennessee. How the Howard County Fair could give you a shot at stardom. That's still to come.
Any weather forecast will be warm tomorrow, but cooler and wet this weekend, even more so on Monday. Look at the temperatures near 70 degrees on Monday. We'll talk about your weather next.